This is Cadbury's Dairy Milk Chocolate, made with 1.5 glasses of full cream dairy milk in every ½ pound. Only the 1.5 glasses gives you the taste and a half that makes any pleasure a pleasure and a half. That's why Cadbury's is chocolate and a half.
Remember what the sun looks like, and the sea, and the sand? Remember the summer? What? You missed it? Well, make sure you don't miss the next one. And the best way to make sure you don't is Phone-A-Brochure. For any of the holidays you've seen advertised on this channel, just ring Phone-A-Brochure on 01 388 1122. Phone-A-Brochure, the easiest way to get away.
Roman Polanski, film director. Knife in the Water, Cul-de-sac, Rosemary's Baby, Chinatown. They were all directed by Roman Polanski. Mother murdered by the Nazis, wife murdered by Charles Manson. It all happened to Roman Polanski. Convicted in California for having sex with an underage girl, he flies to Paris and has lunch with an overweight Australian. I spill the soup, he spills the beans, for the first time on television. See what he said on Channel 4 this Wednesday at 11:10.
Here on ITV tonight at 10, this week's love and marriage story is Sweet Echo. A theatrical couple's retirement is interrupted by a strange young man. That's at 10, and later...
On the Jimmy Young television programme tonight, Women on Disarmament. In the studio, an all-female audience and an all-female panel comprising Lady Olga Maitland, Joan Ruddock and Shirley Williams. That's the Jimmy Young television programme. It's tonight, 11 o'clock, ITV.
Now the news from ITN.
Three dead, 4 missing in Scotland's worst blizzards of the decade. Britain's first test tube triplets, it's 2 boys and a girl. Fighter plane launches America's anti-satellite missile into space. 300 passengers get off the Sydney ferry just in time. Good evening. 3 climbers, 2 of them brothers, have died in the worst blizzards in Scotland this decade. Other climbers are still out in the hills tonight, and there's concern about one group with more heavy snow forecast. The 3 dead climbers were caught in hurricane-force winds on Corrie and Lochan in the Cairngorms. They died of exposure one by one as they tried to find their way down to a road. The 4th member of the party, Mr. Derek Kilpatrick, was found crawling and incoherent near the Glenmore Lodge Outdoor Activity Centre. The dead, all from Heriot-Watt University Mountaineering Club, were Graham Bell, aged 21, and his 19-year-old brother Keith from Limekilns in Fife, and Kieran and Connor from Glasgow.
This Sea King crew returned tonight after 9 hours in blizzard conditions. Back in the ops room, the 5 told of flying 10 feet above the ground, at one stage under power lines because visibility was so poor. Their gruesome task today was to recover the bodies of the 3 climbers who died from exposure at Glenmore.
With the assistance of the ground forces, the mountain rescue teams, we located 2 of the bodies fairly swiftly and picked them off the mountain and took them to Inverness Hospital police station. While we were there, the mountain rescue team found the 3rd body and they took him away. The unfortunate thing of the whole story was, I think, that they were within a half a mile of habitation and they'd obviously stopped and frozen overnight. Last night, winds up to 100 miles an hour, and they must have been very piercing, very cold, and the energy slowly drained from them because they'd been out since Friday night.
I understand from the mountain rescue team that were with us that they'd actually bivouacked and put up a tent and everything, and just slowly but surely everything they had blown from around their ears, and they tried to walk back and just dropped off on the way, each one of them.
The emergency is not over. 4 mountaineers are now missing near Aviemore, and more snow is forecast.